Texas League Baseball is next. And welcome into this Wednesday night broadcast here in South Texas. And now the star of the show, my friend and yours, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into our Texas League live broadcast here in South Texas. It is the second game of our six-game set between the visiting Frisco RoughRiders and your San Antonio Missions. It is Military Appreciation Night here tonight here at the ballpark as we salute those in uniform and also those that gave and paid the ultimate sacrifice to keep our land free. As say, we recognize all those in uniform here tonight. Gotta say, there is a lot that are in the crowd that are very much dressed in uniform, and gotta say, we salute everybody for the valiant service and for those that paid the ultimate sacrifice to keep our nation free from hostiles. Two teams continue the series tomorrow evening at 7:05 as we'll start our first pitch at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock on Thursday night, on the Taco Bell Value Night. Friday evening, 7:05. Saturday and Sunday night games at 7:05 as well. I've got to say, got our promotions, as it is Military Appreciation Night here for a Wednesday night. Thursday is $2 Dr. Pepper, so we have a Thirsty Thursday. So make sure you come by our local concession stands to get your $2 Dr. Peppers all night long throughout the game. For the top of the first through the end of the ninth inning, you could get your ice cold Dr. Peppers just $2 each. That's a pretty good price right there. Friday, we continue the series as we are playing the Flying Chanclas. And I would say both Thursday and Friday night games. Taco Bell Value Night tomorrow evening. Friday is Flying Chanclas as we have promotions of a 1,500 jersey giveaway tomorrow evening, so make sure you guys come out to the ball game, or should I say Friday evening. I do apologize about that. I'm looking at the piece of paper wrongly. But anyway, Friday evening, come out, 1,500 fans, get a pretty cool jersey here at the ballpark. Saturday evening, we'll continue the series. Our first pitch at 7:05. And we got post-game fireworks presented by our friends there at West Creek Trail Rides and Dr. Pepper. Series concludes Sunday evening, 7:05, as we'll have Bark in the Park night and also our pretty good pet supply places that are our shout-outs, and we'll say pretty good on that one. After Sunday's game, Missions will head up north. They take on the Springfield Cardinals in a six-game set. They're at beautiful Blue River Stadium. Gotta say, it's going to be pretty awesome to go up there. First time of the year in 2024. Springfield will also be here to take on a six-game season finale starting on September 10th. That is the last Tuesday of the regular season. So pretty good right there. Well, I'm joined in the booth by my partner, Bob, and I got to say good evening, Bob. How are you?
Good evening, John. Thank you for having me. Welcome, everybody. Whole Texas League audience coming in.
Well, thank you, and got to say, it's good that we're back here for another evening of Texas League Baseball, and so far in our pretty stadium here in San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, John, I've heard of rumors.
Oh, yeah? What rumors would that be, my good friend?
Well, I gotta say, there is a rumor floating around.
Oh, what kind of rumor?
About San Antonio getting a new baseball stadium.
Really?
Yeah, you look it up on your phone and it'll tell you all about it. This was posted on June 18th, 2024. And yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It was posted last month. And pretty much, um, boy, they could be doing something, but we'll read and let our fans and audience know that we're getting ready to go here. Facing a potential forced relocation by Major League Baseball, the San Antonio Missions minor league baseball team has appealed to Bexar County to formally get the ball rolling on a downtown stadium. On Tuesday, county leaders voted unanimously to allow Bexar County Judge Peter Sackey to draft a letter of intent that the team's investors can give the MLB to buy them some time. It is our understanding, though, the local ownership that without this letter after August 1st, the San Antonio Missions could be subject to removal process by Major League Baseball. Sakai told reporters Tuesday, "All we're trying to assure is Major League Baseball is that we are doing our leveled best to work in good faith to find a contract or financial arrangement with local baseball ownership." He added, "This is it." Sackey told reporters he was optimistic about the possibility of a private partnership to finance the proposed stadium, but declined to specify how much the county would be willing to contribute. He said he would want to see significant equity provided by the private sector by the local baseball ownership. Publicly funded sports stadiums have often come under fire as bad investment for taxpayers. Tuesday's discussion was kept under wraps as long as possible. Sackey said he was approached months ago by the mission's investors by his office waiting to add the agenda item until late last week, surprising some commissioners. The agenda item made no mention of the baseball stadium and was discussed behind closed doors in executive session before Sakai confirmed the details after the meeting. So, yeah, hopefully everything is probably working out if San Antonio agrees to get a stadium. But this is some chilling news here, Bob. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it is.
See, San Antonio played in San Antonio since 1994. When the team changed hands in 2022, the city council gave its approval to reassign the lease agreement held by Elmore. The lease runs through 2031. Months ago, before the new ownership took control, rumors had circulated that a local group was working to assemble parcels of land downtown for a new stadium that would better meet MLB standards that also cover AAA baseball. Missions owners declined to confirm summer deadlines. Sakai said they faced in providing evidence to the MLB that change is in the works.
So what does this mean for us here, John?
Well, I don't know, Bob, but our lease is good till 2031, and so far I would say we're not going to worry about it. I mean, we are a long way away from dealing with something like that, but San Antonio has a pretty good Double-A team, and so far we are of that Double-A team, and you and I have a pretty good job here. And if San Antonio was to get removed off of the Double-A roster, then we would have to go somewhere else. That means we would have to leave San Antonio and pretty much go up to Frisco or back home where I'm from in Midland. But anyway, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I mean, if it does happen, great. If it doesn't, then all well. But anyway, we'll keep you up to date on whatever happens, and if minor league baseball decides to go in confirmation about this new ballpark, then we'll see what happens. But anyway, we won't worry about it right now. So let's get off into our pregame show. And Bob, last night, that was a pretty good win for the RoughRiders. What do you think?
Well, I got to say, John, absolutely right. San Antonio, they had runners at second and third. Boy, the tying run was out there at, should I say, the third base area, and it would have been tied at 3-3. And winning run for San Antonio would have been on second, and so far it was pretty good. I got to say, Bob, absolutely right. But anyway, tonight is another night of Missions baseball, and so far I got to say it's going to be a good one. We're going to go ahead and get our pregame show concluded. This has been our show before the game, and so far I hope you guys are super excited, because I'll be darned, we are super excited that you are all here. Well, we're just moments away from our first pitch, and on a beautiful Wednesday night, this is Texas League Baseball here. Beautiful South Texas. All right, for this one, Dylan Lesko is getting the ball from the manager as he will start up for San Antonio. Scouting report says something really good, huh, Bob?
I got to say, John, absolutely right. This guy has no bounds but to strike people out, and that's his main goal through a ball game.
Leading off the top of the first inning for Frisco, leadoff hitter Jack Spiggers. 3 magic words: let's play ball. First pitch is thrown in, and De La Cruz will intercept. Let's go, getting there. Beautiful play there at first for the out. And there's one away. Gotta love Michael De La Cruz for the first baseman for the Missions. So he gets in there and gets to intercept that one for the out. Alejandro Osuna coming in, ready to go. Boy, that one high fly in the air, and that one is going to drift out of play. It'll go foul. Boy, had home run distance there, and so far it would be the count now 0-1. One away, nobody on for the RoughRiders, and he'll take a change up inside the corner for a cold strike. It's 0-2. They'll go ahead and give you ball clubs. Arkansas playing the Rockhounds tonight. That's pretty good. Right there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Amarillo taking on Corpus Christi. Frisco here at San Antonio tonight. And that's going to be line foul, and the count now is 1-2. Trying to pull up the Texas League win and loss roster. Evidently, computer being extremely slow. 1-2, one more time. High fly in the air up to right center. Mears is given chase. And he's got it for himself for 2 away.
Batting third, the first baseman, Blaine.
Well, first baseman Blaine Trim coming up for the RoughRiders. 2 away, nobody on here in the top of the RoughRiders' first inning. Here's the pitch to him. Inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Great crowd, right, Bob?
I gotta say, it's always good to be here at the ball game and always here to have fun.
That indeed. The 0-1. High flying in the air, and that one will drift out of play foul. And it's 0-2. Well, finally, there we go. Let's get something going here. Do believe tonight Northwest Arkansas taking on the Wind Surge. Springfield and Tulsa going head to head. So I will say we'll go over this one more time. Frisco at San Antonio, Midland at Arkansas, Amarillo at Corpus Christi. Northwest Arkansas at Wichita, Springfield at Tulsa. There's tonight's ball clubs on where everybody is at here this evening. No balls, 2 strikes to Krim. And he will chop that one foul and intercept that play, and it's 0-2 still hanging on. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. That one is out of here, but it'll go foul over the fence line. And it's still 0-2. So still hanging on is this batter, Blaine Krim. Krim, the first baseman for Frisco here tonight.
That's a ball.
He was drafted back in the 2023 season as the 4th rounder. I want to say he is really good for Frisco.
Ball 2.
That one outside for ball 2, and the count now 2-2. 8 pitches at this at-bat, and so far Lesko looks overly confused, but he's still hanging in there.
Gotta say, that's all you could do when you're seeing one batter fouling him off and trying to get where that strike is in striking distance.
For sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Get him down on strikes, and that does it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on base for the RoughRiders. On now to the bottom of the first. No score through the top half, and San Antonio coming up to bat right after this.
Got ready for the bottom of the first inning for San Antonio right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
Well, we're getting Dan Acker, a right-hander, to get out on the mound for the RoughRiders. What did we know in the scouting report?
We're going to say, John, 95 on the four-seamer, curveball slider, two-seam fastball in his arsenal. But he can strike you out without looking, so don't blink an eye if you can watch where he goes.
Leading off the bottom of the first inning for your good guys, left fielder Torrey Howell. Boy, he takes in a strike in the count now 0-1. Boy, just a beautiful evening right here, Bob.
I got to say, John, absolutely right.
That one high in the air up to center, and that's going to get down. And the center fielder will make the play for out number 1.
The right fielder, Marco Castaneda.
Right fielder is Marcos Castellon as he comes in. Ready to go. Here's the pitch to him. And he's going to blister that one high right there. And that's over the fence, and that's a home run. Boy, that was a terrific hit out of the ballpark by Marcos Castellon.
Boy, that's something you don't see every day here in the home ballpark, is when a teammate just decides, well, let's see, do I A, hit a base hit? Do I B, hit it out of here? Do I C, try my level best? Or D, all the above?
I would say all the above.
Yep, correct answer is D.
Yeah, well, that was like a quadruple choice question right there, right, Bob?
Yeah, right, and it had at least four for the answers right there, but D was all the above, so you're right on the money there, Johnny boy.
I sure am. Center fielder Joshua Mears coming in as he takes in strike 2 on the count. Well, I have never, ever seen a beautiful day like this. The sun is shining, temperature at 93 degrees, a little bit of wind. It's going to be pretty good. That one right there, high fly in the air and up to the wall. As that is out number 2. Mears is down for the second out of the inning. Boy, Marcos, or should I say, I'm getting a little bit confused between Marcos Castellon and Michael De La Cruz, but just thinking Castellon would be at first, but he's up in right field. He always will be. Well, we had 2 prospects that went up into the Miami Marlins organization for the majors. That was Jacob Marcy and another guy. But anyway, we'll keep you guys on taps for the other. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody on base for San Antonio. And we now head for the second inning coming up, and it's a Missions 1-0 lead as we head to the top of inning number 2 for Frisco. Back here for more baseball right after this.
West Creek Trail Rides is proud to be part by for your San Antonio Missions. Book a $50 horseback ride for 1 hour, and you won't regret anything like that. Also, don't forget we are 36 days from the Season 2 premiere of Horseback Riding Adventures. Coming Friday night, September 6th at 7:30 right here on J. Baker Vlogs.
Thank you, Bob. And gotta say, for those that don't know, that we got a new series and a season premiere on that night. Starting at 6 p.m. Friday, September 6th is a big night of world premiere episodes that everybody will be jumping out of their chairs, jumping up and down for joy. I will say it is going to be pretty good. So catch the series premiere 6:30, or should I say 6:30, and 7 for the 3-episode series premiere of Love's new series, the sequel, Series 2. Then at 7:30, catch the Season 2 premiere of Horseback Riding Adventures. So pretty good right there. And it all begins Friday night, September 6th at 6 p.m. right here to the channel. We'll go up to the top of the second for Frisco, and stepping in, Jace Easley lead it off for the RoughRiders. Let's go back to work as he gets ready to throw the first pitch, and he's inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, pretty good right there. Is first inning down of the evening, and it's pretty good. The 0-1. And that one's going to be line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. A no-out single keeps this ball rolling. Well, I got to say, John, that one was a well-executed, clean line drive base knock. Yeah, it sure is, Bob. Yeah, pretty good right there. Well, here is Aaron Zavala. So he comes in, runner at first, and nobody out. Takes one right there inside, and it's 0-1. No balls, one strike. Runner in first. Top of the second for the RoughRiders. Mission's up 1-0 against Frisco. And no balls and 2 strikes. Well, since we are the top of the second, we're going to give some scores and see what's going on. But that's a swing and a miss. Zavala is down on strikes. Backwards K for Lesko. And there's the umpire cam right there. And boy, knock him down like a bowling pin. And he's down on strikes here in this one. Tabor Rodriguez coming in. One away, nobody. Well, should I say there's a runner at first, still hanging on. Boy, top of the 5th for the Rockhounds there at Arkansas. No score through almost half that game there at All-American. Corpus Christi leads Amarillo as they end 4 innings. Springfield and Tulsa tied 1-1. As they're at the bottom of the second there at DCJ Field. San Antonio leads the RoughRiders 1-0. Northwest Arkansas leads Wichita 1-0. That one right there, line drive, and that's a base hit. And that's going to be runner from first to third. As it'll be a single. Always getting overly confused. But back in the 2019 season, I was up there at Midland and saw the Rockhounds taking on the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and Springfield Cardinals. I do remember that. And yeah, somebody hit the similar type of hit, and my uncle was like, no, he hit a single. The man was there at first, he went to third. The other guy that came up to bat went to first. So it is a single. And I said, oh, okay, now I remember now. Well, getting overly confused, I guess. No balls, 1 strike, runner at first and third. That one high and outside on the change, and it's 1-1. Boy, now Wichita now takes the lead. It's 2-1. As they get a runner in to score from third, and boy, pretty good on that one. 1-1. Inside for a strike, and it's 1-2. Tying run only 90 feet away. Before the 1-2, they'll check on first, and they'll get them back in standing.
1-2. And that one's going to be right there, line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. Run in to score. It'll tie up the ball game.
Batting it, the second baseman,
And that's going to bring in Fanavier Chavez. RBI single. Puts another runner at third. That one down and in. The curveball and the count now 1-0. Boy, the RoughRiders trying to win another one just like they did last night. Final score 3-2 against San Antonio. Well, I got to say, that was a one-run victory for Frisco. Bet fans there, Statesman Spark was saying, wow, that was pretty good. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, first and third. In the top of the second, tied at 1-1 for the RoughRiders and San Antonio. 1-1. And that one's going to be right there to second for 1. And they get them both a Taco Bell double play. Beautiful. So everybody in attendance tonight will get 2 free crispy tacos, courtesy of that double play from the San Antonio Missions. 2.5 complete. We're tied at 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning for San Antonio. About ready for the bottom of the second for San Antonio, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, third baseman Graham Polly stepping in. Thank you, Bob. And about ready inside for a strike. It's 0-1. Got a cloud out there up and left. Look at that. Where did that cloud come from? Oh, I know where it came from. It came out of nowhere. Oh, okay. Just a little cloud, but nothing that serious. Here's the 0-2. And that one is blistered. High in the air. Watch it fly. It's out of here.
Boy, and San Antonio gets one on that third baseman, Polly. Boy, he puts that one over the wall. And it's now a San Antonio lead. Taken back, it's 2-1. Boy, I bet these guys could win again. And, well, I'll tell you what, I mean, if Frisco could try to take this ball game, then that would put them even at Midland. Yeah, sure would. The Rockhounds are 57-40. Frisco at 56-39. So if they win here again tonight, that would put them up 57 even. Arkansas would have to beat Midland, though. Yeah, I got to say, John, right about that. Yeah, pretty much that is the truth. Designated hitter Kyle Murphy coming in as he strides up. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up to center field, and that's a base hit. Well, these boys coming unglued on that baseball, and they're just getting things rocking and rolling here tonight. Second baseman Lucas Dunn coming in for San Antonio, and just pretty good about that. Well, unknowingly, this is the beautiful day of the last day of July. Tomorrow is August 1st. Can you believe that, Bob?
Yeah, I know. Down to the final 2 months of baseball season. These boys are saying, well, we're tired and we're ready to get the season over with.
And mentioning that 2025 schedule should be ready by next month sometime.
Well, that just depends if it comes out next month or in September.
Because the last couple of times through the years, they've had it ready in August. You know, I was going to say September, but I might be standing corrected on that.
Well, why would you say that for?
Well, I don't know there, Bob. But August or September is between one of those 2 months where they get things going. High fly in the air, and boy, he got all of that. That is gone. And San Antonio continues their lead 4-1.
Boy, that's a real dinger when you look at it.
Yeah, it sure is. But this ball game's getting away from Frisco as they just tack on a few more, and that really gave them a boost right there in the bullpen.
Yeah, it sure did, John. That one just was 2-run shot by the 8-hole batter.
And now Brandon Valenzuela, as he takes in a strike. And it's 0-1. San Antonio 4, Frisco 1 in the bottom of inning number 2. Wichita leads 2-1 against Northwest Arkansas. Corpus Christi leads Amarillo 1-0. DCJ Field, Tulsa and Springfield tied at 1-1. Boy, in 6 innings already going there at All-American Ballpark, and still no score for both Midland and Arkansas. Corey Howell lined out in the first is 0 for 1. Boy, strikeout for Brandon Valenzuela as he goes back in the bullpen and back to the top of the lineup for San Antonio. As the left fielder Corey Howell takes in strike 2. And getting ready to bunt. And that's going to be right there. And they'll get him out as they apply the tag, and that will do it. But 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base.
We played 2 innings here tonight. San Antonio leads it 4-1. Back here for more baseball right after this. About ready for the top of the third inning for the Rough Riders right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, next batter up, Cody Freeman, 9-1-2, due up for this half inning. 4-1 our score, San Antonio leading it. And the pitch. Right there and in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, just love how a beautiful evening here in South Texas is.
Yeah, it sure is.
Now tell me something, Bob. If we do get the new baseball stadium, what would happen with this place?
Well, I don't know, John. I mean, we've only played here since 1994.
Yeah?
I mean, it's a pretty good home for our ballpark, and I just think that giving it up, and if we don't give this place up, then San Antonio would probably be taken off the map.
Yeah, probably might. Here's a 1-2. High in the air up the left field, and Howell is camped under it. Making the play is out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Jack Biggers.
Shortstop Jack Biggers coming out. Ground out in the first, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. So that one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch again. And that one is popped foul. And it's 1-1. Here's a 1-1. High fly in the air and foul. So 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled off, and the count now still hanging at 1-2. And it looks like there's going to be a intentional walk, as they'll call the balk on him.
The left fielder,
Alejandro Osuna coming in, fly out in the first, and boy, just awfully bad when you get a automatic balk.
Well, balks don't come that easily, but it does in baseball.
And it sure does, Bob. That one is high fly in the air, and boy, they're going to give some chase. And up there now is Howell as he makes the grab and almost lost it. And that is out number 2.
now batting, the first baseman, Blaine Krim.
First baseman is Blaine Krim. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout in the first. And the pitch. And boy, look out. The wild pitch gets away, and that'll move a runner up in second. Boy, you don't see that every day.
No, you don't, and he threw behind his back right there.
Yeah, that is something that you don't see every day, but now you do. Here's the 1-0. Outside for a ball, the count now 2-0. Scoring position is Biggers, number 0. In the pitch. And that is down there for a ball, and it's 3-0. Jace Easley getting up now on deck for the Rough Riders. And the pitch. And that one is outside, so he'll take his base. Lays off for ball 4, and the second walk is allowed. And the tying run, Jace Easley, 1 for 1, single on a run. Coming in for the Rough Riders. That one down and in for a ball, and the count now is 1-0. One ball, no strikes to Easley. And that one down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, the crowd is just getting a groan from them, and they're not in favor of seeing that many guys getting walked. Yeah, not partially on that one. Here's a 2-0. And he went. He went 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, not that you see every day. 2-1 the count now. 2 out, 2-1. Top of 3. San Antonio leading 3. Here's a pitch. That one's a swing and miss as it's inside the corner. And it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes in this one. The pitch. And that one is fouled off, and the count now still hanging on at 2-2. Here's a pitch. And right there, a strikeout. And that'll get them down for that half inning. So, no runs. 2 left on. And no errors for the RoughRiders. 3.5 complete. Mission's held 4-1 in this ball game. All right, bottom of the 3rd inning for San Antonio right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Marcos Castellon coming in as we lead off the bottom of the 3rd for the Missions. Here's a pitch by Acker. That one high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, got the RoughRiders manager looking at Acker right there, keeping close eyes on the starter. Up there, a slider swinging and a miss. The count now 1-1.
Boy, just a beautiful evening to go out and do some outdoor activities. A few more days to the weekend. It's going to be awesome when this week is over. That one is going to be line drive. That's up the right field for a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Castellon getting on base. And boy, he gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. Acker is not doing too good, but let's hope he could try to not let it get under his skin here tonight for the RoughRiders.
Well, that'd be pretty bad if he continues in this ball game and still have that frustration building right up on him.
Yeah, for sure. Center fielder Joshua Mears coming in. Boyd takes a strike inside the corner, and it's a count now 0-2. And that one right there, strike 3. Get him down looking. Backward K for Acker as he comes in and gets things going here in this one. Michael De La Cruz, the first baseman, coming in. 0 for 1 of the night. That one is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Sun going down on a beautiful Wednesday night. Love it. And that one's going to be right there. Line drive, high fly in the air. That's going to get down extra bases. And that's going to put runners. Here comes a runner from first. And on his way home, he is there. A run is in to score, but a runner is out at third as they tried to get the RBI triple, but runner is cut down at third. And it'll be a 5-1 San Antonio lead. Boy, just don't see that every day here in San Antonio, but now you do. Third baseman Graham Polly stepping in. Boys, he puts one right up at the left, and that's a base hit. Well, one base hit after another, and we've seen at least a couple of balls get hit out of here. Boy, a solo shot in the bottom of the first, 3-run shot.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Well, at least 2 on that one prospect, and then a solo shot. Continues up that lead. Then another run in to score after an RBI triple.
That's ball 2.
Outside for ball 2, the count now 2-0.
No strike.
Designated hitter Kai Murphy up the plate now, and the count now 2-1. Boy, people are just loud with their cars. Highway 90 is
Ball 3.
just getting on that
1 strike.
on that thing, and I would say one of them things where they get loud on 90. Head towards Del Rio, and we're past downtown San Antonio. And that's going to get fouled off. The count now still remaining full at 3-2. 5-1 our score. San Antonio lead 4. Here's the pitch. That's high pop-up right there. Second baseman runs after it. And that will do it. So a run on the RBI potential triple. And that is 3 innings complete. San Antonio leads it 5-1. On now to the 4th inning as we have Aaron Zavala coming in for the RoughRiders. And we'll be right back with Texas League Baseball here on the show.
We're about ready for the top of the fourth inning for Frisco right here in the Missions Baseball Network. Aaron Zavala coming in for Frisco is about ready to go here in this half inning of play. That one high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. We're going to be pretty good in this one, despite the fact San Antonio leading up 5. Here's pitch. That one high and outside again, 2 balls, no strikes. Lesko has been struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I got to say, John, he has been very much.
And down in the dirt even, and it's ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes. Heck gum, it's getting bad for him. 3-0, down and in, and he loses him on ball 4. Third walk allowed for San Antonio pitching, and gotta say it's not doing too good for him. Gabriel Rodriguez is 1-for-1 singled. Here's the pitch to him, and that one has popped up, high fly in the air. Valenzuela behind the plate makes the catch, and that is out number 1.
The bat, number 4, designated hitter, Kellen.
Designated hitter is Kellen Strom, batting in the 7th spot for the Riders. 1-for-1, he singled RBI. Pretty good right there. Pitch down and in for the ball. The count now 1-0.
We got to say, just absolute disaster if that runner at first comes in to score.
Yeah, I know, Bob. It's getting pretty ugly. Down and low again. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Right there in the inside corner, and finally called a strike in his favor. And it's 2-1.
Well, the only question about it is, how many balls does he get in there, and how many does he try to get right?
Well, I don't know, Bob. That one is high flying in the air, and it's going to drop. So they were trying to look for it, and evidently, I guess the sun got in their eyes. And that's going to be a base hit on the fielder's choice. So first and second now, 1 away as Fanir Chavez comes in, takes a changeup in the inside corner for a cold strike. It's 0-1. 0-for-1 a ground out in the second inning. We're just underway of the top of the 4th inning here for Frisco. 0-1. Right there and inside for a cold strike, and it's 0-2. Boy, 61 pitches for Lesko. He has been struggling. And that one, boy, nearly hit him. That is something that is getting obviously dangerous, and better watch where he's putting that pitch, because that could well hit somebody. That one fouled off, and it count now 1-2. Well, the managers are looking at Dylan Lesko and would say he is not doing too good here tonight for San Antonio. Really bad. And right there is a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. But the runner from first will steal and head to second. So second and third. Cody Freeman is 0-for-1 fly out in the 3rd inning. Second and third, Freeman at the plate now. Number 9 batter in catching duties. Pretty good right there. 1-0 delivery, and that's down and in for a changeup. The count now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, second and third, 2 outs. A 5-1 San Antonio lead. High fly in the air, and that is out of play. So that will be 1-2. Good old Robbie Tenerowitz. I mean, everybody knew where he was from. Up in the North Division, Double-A Springfield, was moved up to Arkansas. Then got moved down to San Antonio. That is pretty good for a prospect that has free agencies. Anyway, for a Rough Rider or even a San Antonio Mission, there would be move-arounds. And that will do it pretty much. No runs on a couple of hits, no errors, 2 left. Going now to the bottom of the 4th inning as we're 4.5, San Antonio leads 5-1. We're back here for more Missions baseball on this Wednesday night. And it's a 5-1 lead for San Antonio here in this one. Well, about ready for the bottom of the 4th inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. And gotta say, we are back here for Missions Baseball. And that is right there in for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, right there hit the shorts. And he'll zip line it right to first for the out.
Shortstop, Ray Patrick.
And that's going to bring in Ray Patrick Ditter, who was the two-run shot back in the second. Boy, just got to love this guy. He is one of a phenomenal, trying to find my words, but a phenomenal shortstop. No balls and one strike. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's the count now, 0-2. You know, Bob, I keep thinking about that article in the newspaper that I read, and
The floating around rumor for us to leave this place would be sad for all of us. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it absolutely would. I mean, to get a downtown ballpark would cost you $200 million just to build the stinking thing, and so far it would be devastating to say goodbye to this place. This is like our home.
yeah, I know, Bob, and our lease is getting extended to the
2031 year. That means for the minor leagues for San Antonio, if we're not out of here by that time, then pretty much San Antonio would be evicted off the Texas League list.
I gotta say, John, that would be bad right there.
Well, Brandon Valenzuela getting on base after a base hit. Well, that third baseman for Frisco let the ball loose for a doubtable reason.
I would tell you one thing, it's pretty interesting here for San Antonio, up 5-1 in this ball game, and it's getting pretty good here tonight. San Antonio needs to take this win.
Yeah, pretty much so, John.
No balls, 2 strikes, runner at first, that is Brandon Valenzuela. And the second baseman gloves it as that ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. As we head to the 5th inning, San Antonio leads it 5-1 as we head up to the 5th when we come back. Jack Spiggers will lead it off as it'll be the top of the lineup for the RoughRiders when we come back from our commercial message break. Got ready for the top of the fifth for Frisco, right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
Well, we're back to the top of the lineup now, and stepping in, Jax Biggers. Biggers coming in, ready to go. Hits that one high fly foul, and it'd go off to the left field audience. Boy, just absolutely love an evening where fans could come out freely, and that one hit the third. And flip it to De La Cruz as they'll get him for the out.
Now back, left field,
Alejandro Osuna. And the pitch. That one is a swing and a miss. The count now 0-1. 5-1 San Antonio. 4 runs ahead of the RoughRiders in this game. 0-1. Right there in the end for a ball. The count now 1-1. No, I don't really think that we have anything to worry about. I mean, if San Antonio gets evicted from the Texas League after their lease expires in 2031, then pretty much that would be bad for apparently you and me, Bob.
Well, I don't know, John. I mean, it just depends where we go in that direction. I mean, if the Missions disappear, then that means it's either Midland or Frisco where we go.
So, what would you decide if we had to move?
Well, I mean, for that, I would probably get us moved up to the RoughRiders.
So we would have to pack our bags, leave San Antonio, and head for the RoughRiders.
Well, that might be a good solution right there, John.
Well, good point. Or we go back home to my hometown of Midland, and that's going to be right there. Line drive up to left field. That's a base hit. But, you know, it's a possibility. I mean, if it happens in the future, then we pretty much don't know if it will or not. But we'll have to wait and find out. The next batter, Blaine Trim, coming up now. And the pitch. That one high fly and foul, and the count now 0-1. Walking to third is 0 for 1. The 0-1. High in the air up to left center. Mears just gets over, and he'll put it away in his glove for out number 2. Just a pretty good one, as that one was the high fly that will kill that out. Jace Easley, the next batter up. And we're going to have a pitching change on the mound now, and it looks like the manager's coming out and pitching coach as well. And that's going to bring in Sean Reynolds, as they'll get him, get Lesko out of this ball game, and he's pitched 78 so far, so he might be in it to win it here tonight if he gets that lucky. Sean Reynolds, a right-hander coming out of the bullpen, will pitch for San Antonio in relief. Reynolds now pitching for the Missions. Jace Easley will greet him face-to-face, as he will take that one foul, and the count now 0-1. 2 out, 1 on. Top of the fifth, a 5-1 score for San Antonio. They lead 4. Now, if you're listening to us here on YouTube Live, or even watching this live broadcast, it's pretty good that you come in and join us on a beautiful Wednesday night. Just absolutely gorgeous when you think about it. 0-2. That one's going to be high fly in the air. Howell gets him plenty of time, and he'll put it away, and that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, one left. As we head to the bottom of the fifth inning, San Antonio leads it 5-1. Back here for more baseball as Marcos Castellon, the right fielder, will lead it off here in the ball game. And it's going to be pretty good. More baseball right ahead for San Antonio.
Got ready for the bottom of the fifth inning for San Antonio right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Marcos Castellon coming in as we lead off the bottom of the fifth inning. 2, 3, and 4 due up in this one. That one is high fly in the air up to right, and that's going to get down up in right field as that will be out number 1.
Center fielder, Joshua.
Center fielder is Joshua Mears, 0 for 2, strikeout and a lineout. Boy, just a pitch-perfect evening. It is beautiful out here for this ball game.
0-1's the count.
Well, go ahead, give you scores. Springfield and Tulsa.
That's a ball.
Well, Cardinals top of the 6th inning.
1 strike.
They're at DCJ Field, tied at 1-1 against Tulsa. Amarillo, Corpus Christi, they are the top of the 8th inning. Sod Poodles and Hooks are still tied at 1. San Antonio, 4 runs ahead of Frisco, 5-1. As they're bottom of the 5th inning here tonight in San Antonio. That one right there, and that will be out number 2. Wichita leads Northwest Arkansas 3-2. Midland leads Arkansas 1-0. Michael De La Cruz coming in. Boy, not a ball game there in Arkansas. Rockhounds and Travelers. Boy, Midland only 1 run in that ball game, and it takes me back to 2017 when they took on the Tulsa Drillers, winning the 4-peat, which they won in 2014 through 17. And pretty good right there. That one's high fly in the air, and that will go up to center, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. 5 innings in the books here tonight, on now to the 6th, and it's a 5-1 score here this evening. We're back here as Aaron Zavala leads things off as we head for the top of inning number 6. Got ready for the top of the 6th inning for Frisco, right here in the Missions Baseball Network. Aaron Zavala coming in as we start at the top of inning number 6 for the RoughRiders. 5, 6, 7 due up this half inning. Here's a pitch by Reynolds. That one fouled off, 0-1. Rockhounds, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for Arkansas, 0-3-0. For the Arkansas Travelers. 0-1. That one high fly in the air up to left field. Howell will make the grab as he'll put it away for himself. Out number 1.
The third baseman, number 3, Caber Rodriguez.
Caber Rodriguez coming in. 1 for 2 of the night for Frisco. Boy, 3-2 against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Wichita has that 1 run ahead against the Northwest Arkansas. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch right there and in for a strike. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. You got a whole crowd just counting down the pitch clock timer, and I gotta say it's pretty neat. You get everybody on board on countdown. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now to Rodriguez. Here's pitch. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up to right field in front of Castellon. And that's a 1-out single.
The bat, number 4, designated hitter, Kellen Strom.
Kellen Strom coming in. Boy, Arkansas trying to get the tying run home there at All-American Ballpark against Midland.
Ball.
Right there up top. 1 ball, no strikes. Two for two singles RBI by Kellen Strom here tonight for the RoughRiders. Here's a 1-0 delivery. And he's going to blister that one. High fly in the air, and it is out of here. It's gone. And that's going to be a 2-run shot for Frisco. And they will itch a bit closer. And it's 5-3. Boy, you got all of that right there, and be surprising enough, that one was hit on the screws. 105 miles an hour on the 20.6 launch angle. That one was well hit perfect out of this ballpark. And that's going to be the time the manager will come out, and that will pretty much do for the first reliever of the night. Giovanni Cruz is getting the ball from the missions manager as he'll pitch the second in relief for San Antonio. Sinker, slider, changeup, four-seam fastball. Boy, got a pretty good arsenal right there. Vanir Chavez coming in as he'll read up Cruz. And that's going to be right there, line drive, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Mears hits the wall. Runner will get in third on a 1-out triple.
Now catcher, Cody Freeman.
What Cody Freeman coming in as he'll pretty much come and try to get that go-ahead run home. Here's a pitch to him, and that's going to be foul, and the count now 0-1. Midland wins against Arkansas, final 1-0. Boy, that was a pretty good game there at All-American Ballpark. It was a scoreless whole ball game, and Rockhounds get a run in to score. And that propels them to the W here tonight. It's always good to win, and it just takes me back to 2017 as the Rockhounds in their old normal look, the RH logo, winning against Tulsa. That one's going to be line drive, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Run in to score.
And that's going to be the RBI double, I should say. Do apologize about that. San Antonio is getting trailed on as RoughRiders now a run behind them. Boy, and pretty good as this ball game is really starting to get out of the hands of Giovanni Cruz. Evidently worse for San Antonio, just now having a tying run up there at second base. Mears getting under, and he'll make the play. And that is out number 2 on the flyout. Alejandro Osuna coming in. He's 1 for 3 single in the 5th. Raymond, number 34, in scoring position for the Frisco RoughRiders. Takes that one down and in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. 5-4, San Antonio leads a run ahead of the RoughRiders. Top of the 6th inning here. And the pitch. And that one's going to be hit to short. He'll flip it to De La Cruz. That will be it. So a couple of runs in to score. And it looked like it was about 3 runs on 5 base hits. No errors and 1 left. 6.5 complete. And it is San Antonio 5, Frisco 4. All right, about ready for the bottom of the 5th inning right here in the Missions Baseball Network. Avery Weems is getting warmed up, and he's out on the mound for the relief for Frisco. Scouting report, 4-seam fastball, curveball. Slider and changeup along with that, as he's pretty much good to go. Third baseman Graham Polly stepping in as he takes that ball outside, 1-0. Nighttime coming on us here in the bottom of the 6th inning here.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
San Antonio. A pretty good game here tonight as RoughRiders trail a run against the Missions. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now here in this half inning. Amarillo and Corpus Christi, they end 8 innings, but still stay tied at 1.
That one is high fly in the air up the left. And the left fielder will make the play for the out.
Now batting.
Springfield and Tulsa, they are tied at 1-1. San Antonio and Frisco, our live broadcast is 5-4 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Midland wins against Arkansas 1-0. Final score from All-American.
Off the plate, ball one.
Wichita leads 3-2 as they end the sixth inning there at the porch. I like the porch. The stadium there in the North Division there in Wichita, Kansas, really good. Designated hitter Kai Murphy stepping up now for San Antonio. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be right there. Line drive, and that's going to get up for a base hit. And boy, get up there and get things going.
The batter, the second baseman, Lucas.
And the second baseman is Lucas Dunn. As he comes in ready to go. And the pitch, that's right there. The second for 1. Get them both, and that's the inning. Well, a 5-4-3 double play, and that will do it. As that will conclude this sixth inning. To no avail, no runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on. Seventh inning coming up. San Antonio leads at 5-4.
We're back here for the top of the seventh, right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
First baseman Blaine Trim steps in as 3-4-5 due up top of the seventh for the RoughRiders. Here's the pitch, and he swings right after it on the sinker, and the count now 0-1. The 0-1. Down and inside for the ball. The count now 1-1.
Well, hopefully, John, they get out of this half inning and they are up to the stretch inning after this.
Yeah, for sure. Right there, line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Little groan from the home crowd, but evidently just seems to me that Frisco now has the tying run now at first. And it's time to knock them down with a double play. Hopefully they can overturn one. Jace Easley coming in. And that's going to be right there. The second for one. The dinner. And right there, the Daylight Cruz. And that's a Taco Bell double play. 4-6-3. And boy, it looks like the good Lord was hearing me on that one. And he said, let it be done. The double play comes in. And there's two away. Boy, I feel like I'm haunted already.
Oh, why do you say that for?
Because I was thinking, yeah, there'd be a double play coming in, and the 4-6-3 came in, and that's one thing that I get super impressed about is how can you relate to know that the goodest pitch is your pitcher's best friend, and all-knowingly a double play comes in. It's like the second one San Antonio had over this evening. Now everybody getting another coupon, at least 2 coupons for at least 4 crispy tacos now, courtesy of our friends there at Taco Bell. There's the pitch, and that's going to be right there. Ollie intercepts it, and he gives it right to De La Cruz, and that's the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on. Now we head for the stretch inning. It's take me out to the ball game. San Antonio leads it 5-4. We'll be right back after these commercial messages and our warm-up stretch. When we come back, it's your San Antonio Missions 5, Frisco RoughRiders 4.
Well, we're going to the bottom of the seventh inning here for San Antonio, right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
Shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter coming up after our stretch inning. Gotta love it when you get up and stretch your legs after sitting for 7.5 innings worth of baseball, and you move around and you get going.
Ball. That's inside.
That one right there, even up the count now, 1-1. Boy, just a gorgeous day today. It was nice and hot. Got up to 97 degrees. By golly, feel like you could take a cooking pan with bacon in it and cook it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's a swing and a miss on a changeup, and shortstop is down on strike. There's 1 away. Brandon Valenzuela 1 for 2 single in the 4th inning as he comes in. Here's the pitch to him, and he's going to pop that one high fly up in the air, up in center, just shy of the warning track. And the center fielder will record the 2nd out.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Corey Howell is 0 for 3, line out in the 4th. Yeah, I would say it would be really sad about this baseball stadium going out of business. Just got a lot of great fans here that would probably protest against that. You know, San Antonio know that the new mayor in office is not Nirenberg anymore. I think they voted him out. Or I don't know what happened, but evidently the city council is voting on a $200, or should I say a $200 million, which that would put a new effect onto a new stadium and stuff. But anyway, that will be a 1-2-3 inning, and we'll talk more when we come back as we head for the 8th inning on this Wednesday night. It's San Antonio 5, Frisco 4. Gabriel Rodriguez will lead things off when we come back here in this ball game. And it's a 1-run score for San Antonio here tonight.
About ready for the top of the 8th inning for Frisco, right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
Okay, Rodriguez stepping in now for the RoughRiders. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the top of the 8th inning. So I would say, Bob, that would be devastating to see this place get closed down.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, it most certainly would.
I mean, San Antonio would be gone if they didn't agree to purchasing land for a new stadium requirement. Yeah, I know, Bob, that would be devastating, but San Antonio, the city, would go to the mayor's office, evidently with getting the money, which that would be $200 million. That's a lot of money, let me tell you.
Yeah, it sure is, John.
I mean, even this place, it was about, what, 85 million when they built it? I guess so. But we look at Hodgetown, or should I say Water Ridge Field, aka Hodgetown. I mean, it's a pretty good place for the Amarillo Sod Poodles. That one high fly in the air. Mears on his horse, and he makes the play just shy of the warning track. And that is for out number 1. Strom 3 for 3, home run, 2 singles, 3 RBIs. Well, pretty good as they're getting in here and stuff. But for us, I know that a hard move away from San Antonio would be really hard. I mean, even if they evict the Missions and they trade them off to somewhere else, then I guess we would follow where they would go.
That's a ball.
Yeah, I know, John. That would be very bad. I mean, for the city of San Antonio to get rid of its Double-A team and put a baseball stadium downtown in San Antonio, I mean, that right there would be next to the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, they could find somewhere that's more desolate. Besides a downtown ballpark, why not just build one? I mean, somewhere, like right off of 1604. Can they do that?
Yeah, but they'd have to knock down buildings and stuff.
Or find one close by West Creek Trail Rides. I mean, that place out there.
Yeah, that'd be nice too. You'd have horseback riding and Missions baseball.
Yeah, that'd be a great combination right there, right, Bob?
Well, I gotta say, absolutely right.
But that one right there is going to be line drive, and that's going to be a 2-out triple. As Fanir Chavez gets in, and he'll be the tying run.
The batter, the catcher, Cody Freeman.
And that's going to bring in Cody Freeman as he strides in. Tying run up at third base. That one high fly, pop foul, and the count now 0-1. They'll go ahead and give you scores, and boy, no change for Amarillo, Corpus Christi, Springfield, and Tulsa. All those teams are tied at 1-1. Northwest Arkansas takes back the lead against Wichita. They are 4-3. And here's the 0-1, and that one right there out inside a slider, and the count now 1-1. 5-4, San Antonio. This game is going good, but Frisco is trying to take back the lead. Right there, hit the shorts. And they'll get them out at first, and that ends the inning, so that means the game is not tied up. And we are moving off now to the bottom of the 8th inning. San Antonio still holds the lead,
5-4. So, yeah, Marcos Castellon will lead things off, bottom of the 8th. When we come back, it's a San Antonio Missions 5 and the Frisco RoughRiders 4. About ready for the bottom of the 8th inning for San Antonio. right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
What's the matter, Bob? You getting tired?
No, I'm just starting to feel the yawns and stuff. Oh, man. Well, we are about ready to go as Marcos Castellon coming in. Boy, nighttime baseball, just awesome when you think about how beautiful it is. Stadium lights illuminating the field now as sunset now is gone, and pretty much we're in the twilight.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Oh, just love it when it's twilight, you know, John? Crickets are pretty much out. Yeah, so far it is. Right there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. And that's going to go to first, going to second. And he's going to have a stand-up Whataburger double meat cheeseburger double. Castellon is getting y'all a coupon for a double meat cheeseburger, courtesy of our friends there at Whataburger. Gotta say, absolutely amazing on how that went out. So, 2 coupons for the Taco Bell double plays that we had through this ball game. It means everybody getting 4 crispy tacos, courtesy of 2 double plays through the San Antonio Missions game tonight. And 1 coupon for the double meat cheeseburger on that double by Marcos Castellon.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Center fielder is Joshua Mears. Boy, he comes in, takes in a ball in the count now, 1-2. Well, just a great crowd we have here tonight. Here's the pitch, and that is high pop-up. Right there, first baseman will be in foul grounds as he makes the play, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, Michael De La Cruz.
Michael De La Cruz coming in. He's ready to go, and runner at second is still hanging on.
Ball, that's
That one high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Don't forget our game tomorrow. Taco Bell Value Night, Flying Chanclas taking on the Frisco RoughRiders. Flying Chancla Fridays. Saturday night, post-game fireworks extravaganza, and then series wrapping up Sunday evening at 7:05. Our road trip to Springfield coming up. First time ever in the good old North Division. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up to first. And that is caught for the out, so out number 2 on that one. Graham Polly is a 2-for-3 home run single RBI. Boy, beautiful Blue River Stadium where the Springfield Cardinals play baseball. So far, hoping that next year we'll head to Riverboat Field, home of the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Shoot, we haven't been there for the last 2 years, and so far we were there in, I think, 2021. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. Pauly gets another one. It's out of here. Boy, and he gets a 2-run shot. And that's his second one of the night. Boy, and he is just on cruise control for San Antonio. This guy needs a promotion to AAA level baseball. I know that, John. That would be pretty good. No, 405 foot, 109.2 miles per hour. And that right there is the count now, 0-1. Designated hitter Kai Murphy, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run. And that one is going to be drilled high in the air, up to center, and it is gone. And Murphy gets a home run. Boy, and I'll tell you one thing, I don't think San Antonio's giving this game up that easily. No, they're not, Bob. They're going to fight to the bitter end to secure this victory. Boy, 2 prospects during the series there in Arkansas.
Number 68.
You see 2 of them going up to the major leagues for the Miami Marlins. Mark Church, a right-hander, coming in relief. Jacob Marcy was the guy that was walking with the other guy. And the night they departed from Arkansas to head to Miami. I think it was Nathan Mortarella.
Ball, that's down.
So Jacob Marcy and Nathan Mortarella. Remember those 2 names there, Bob. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right. These guys were former San Antonio Missions. They get free drafted agencies. And they were called up on the phone saying, hey, you are now headed up to or getting a promotion. Yeah, right there, line drive it. That's going to be caught right there to third, and they'll get them easily, as that will do it. Boy, and I got to say, 5-4 turns 8-4, so 4 runs in to score for San Antonio. Chances to get back the lead for the RoughRiders. And it is 8-4 San Antonio in this ball game. So hope everybody's having a pretty good night thus far for the Missions. Gotta say, it is a pretty good one. Boy, extra innings now going in. As top of the 10th inning, Amarillo and Corpus Christi tied at 1. 2 outs, runners at first and third, as they're trying to get that go-ahead run in to score for the Sod Poodles. Well, the Tulsa Drillers taking the lead, 2-1 against Springfield. San Antonio leading 8-4 against Frisco. Northwest Arkansas leading 5-4 against Wichita, which that is pretty good. About ready for the top of the 9th inning for Frisco right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, gotta say, Bob, we having a good night tonight as we're getting things started for inning number 9 for the RoughRiders. 1, 2, and 3 due up for Frisco. And the pitch. Right there in the end for a code strike, and it's 0-1. A lot of hard-hit balls in this game tonight, Bob. I got to say, John, absolutely right. And the hard-hit balls have been a lot of homers for San Antonio. Yeah, I got to say, Bob, absolutely right.
So, Bob, I'm asking you this question because we all know if this move is possible, where would you want to go? Well, I don't know, John. I mean, it just depends if, you know, we get in and all knowingly, if San Antonio was to lose their Double-A team, that would be hard for a lot of people in the minor leagues. I mean, where would the Missions go? I mean, if they lose the Double-A team and they move somewhere else, and I don't know where they would move them to, but evidently they'd have to move them somewhere else, and pretty much it'll still be a 5-on-5 North and South Division rivalries. Yeah, for sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the count now to Biggers. I mean, I'm just thinking about that a lot. I mean, San Antonio has their lease agreement updated to 2031, and all knowingly, even if the Missions get another extension here in the Double-A Texas League, which 2030 would be the end of the 10 years for everybody in the Texas League, and probably another 10 years that would go up to 2040. But evidently it'd be pretty nice. Right there, swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. Boy, RoughRiders down by 4 runs in this ball game. 0-2. And that one hit to Lucas Dunn. He'll flip it to De La Cruz, and they're an out away from losing this one. And that'll bring up Lane Krim. So with the Rockhounds winning against Arkansas tonight, they are now getting a bit closer to trailing San Antonio. So Midland will be 58-40. Arkansas is 48-47. Sinker down and in, and the count now 0-1. But you know what, Bob? I will say this. We're not going to worry about what will happen. I mean, it's just a rumor floating around. I don't know, John. I don't think it'd be a rumor. I mean, if it's that serious, then the city of San Antonio, if they want to build the ballpark, it would cost them $200 million to build the ballpark. And right there, swing to miss it. That's the ball game. Well, Missions win 8-4 as they win the 60th of the season. And that will conclude the July series. Boy, we are first day of August starting tomorrow. So still 2.5 games up against Midland. 4.5 is the RoughRiders trailing San Antonio by 4.5 games. Boy, Amarillo and Corpus Christi down by a bunch. Yeah, they sure are, John. Well, our final 8-4 in this ball game, and is a pretty good one.
First for the victorious Missions, 8 runs on 12 hits. No errors, they left 3 runners on base. For the RoughRiders, 4 runs on 11 hits. No errors, they left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 26 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, I got to say, for a 8-4 Wednesday evening,
Missions will win their 60th of this July series, which tonight is our last night here in the month of July. Well, our new month begins tomorrow, and I gotta say how nice it is to start getting things ready for our final 2 months of baseball season. And yeah, going to be pretty good getting things going. Well, got to check some other scores. And it looks like Corpus Christi has won. So they will take the 2-1 victory against Amarillo. So pretty good right there. Boy, Amarillo came close to getting more runs in, but evidently they lost it. They're at Bayfront Park. So that ball game is done. Well, still too close to call there for Springfield. Well, Tulsa at least. But anyway, 2-1 the final score through 10 innings is Corpus Christi and Amarillo. Final score 2-1 as the Hooks have the winning run on a base hit come in and score, and that would put the end of that one in for tonight. Well, still got Springfield and Tulsa, Northwest Arkansas, and Wichita still going. So they are the final 4 ball clubs that we are still waiting on. And yes, I will say that 6 ball clubs have wrapped up their ball games. San Antonio winning 8-4. Midland winning 1-0. Corpus Christi winning 2-1 against Amarillo, which that was pretty good right there. Still a 2-1 advantage for Tulsa over Springfield. So if the Cardinals get out 3, then Tulsa would win that one. But evidently, we're going to see what happens. Boy, bottom of the 8th inning for Wichita there at the porch, and they got 2 outs and bases loaded, so the go-ahead runs are at second and first, but evidently that won't happen as they will strike out after getting bases loaded, so they'll leave the bases loaded, and that will pretty much do it for the end of the 8th inning there at the porch. So Springfield has the tying run up at first base. Trust me, I mean, getting into extra innings, that's fun, but yeah, it would take you a long time to decide a winner. Well, I'm guessing we're going to go ahead and get off the air here.
And Bob, you could go ahead and head on home if you want. So I'll wrap us up.
Okay, John. Well, hope you have a good night. See you tomorrow evening.
Same here to you too, man. But anyway, we're going to go over your runs, hits, and errors first for the victorious San Antonio Missions. 8 runs on 12 hits, no errors. So 8-12-0 for San Antonio. For Frisco, 4-11-0. Player of the game is Graham Polly. He hit 2 home runs tonight for San Antonio, who is a 3 for 4. 3 RBIs. Boy, he is good for the San Antonio Missions. Sean Reynolds is winning this one for San Antonio tonight. Save for the Missions is Giovanni Cruz. And Dan Acker getting the loss for Frisco. Well, Flying Chancla is in town tomorrow evening, and so far it is Taco Bell Value Night. The first day of August. And second day of August as well as Friday night baseball for everybody. Series will continue onward Saturday and Sunday night games as well. And then our 6 games up in the North Division as we head off to the north, taking on the Springfield Cardinals. Back in 2 weeks from that week forward as we take on Amarillo. And then we're up in Frisco. Then coming back to take on a final 6 against Midland. Back on the road for another 6, as that will be our last 6-game road travel for the regular season as we head up to Tulsa. And then we are back home for a 6-game season finale, taking on the Springfield Cardinals after that. For my partners here and everybody in the booth, this has been Texas League Baseball. Gotta say, hope y'all have a good night. Drive home safely, and we'll see you tomorrow. This has been Texas League Baseball here in San Antonio. Final score one more time, San Antonio 8, Frisco 4.